Hi, I'm Dr. Tanveer Ahmed, Associate Professor Animal Nutrition at Arid Agriculture University, Rawalpindi. In computer feed formulation video, I will discuss different methods of feed formulation by using computer. I will also discuss least cost feed formulation by using different softwares available in the market and also the type of programming those softwares are using in feed formulation. So what is computer feed formulation? Computer feed formulation is simply doing calculations or formulating diet by using a computer. So computer is an electric device that can do little than a good mathematician can do, but it can do it a lot of faster and it can check all possible combinations. So that's why computer is more frequently computers are more frequently used rather than doing calculations manually. So what the computer will do, basically, computer will take information provided by the nutritionist, and that computer is then capable of making thousands of calculation in a very short time to provide us a feasible types of computer feed formulation. So what are different types of computer feed formulation? We can use a simple Excel sheet to formulate a diet, but using Excel sheet is not a very good idea because it is simply a manual way of doing calculations and following the technique of trial and error method. So just look at this sheet. This is an Excel sheet, and in background, the data has already been available in the sheet. And by simply changing the parts and making these parts equal to 100, we can get what is available from this formula. And then we compare it with the required values. So if the available values, they are less than the required or more than the required, then again we have to go for changing the parts and making it balance between available and required. This is a little improved type of Excel sheet where we can put some constraints and again the required composition with some minimum or maximum values even in some sheet. And by changing the feed in the first column, we can change the feed number. Then there is an automate change in the type and decision variables, and then we change the parts. And yes, definitely we can change the price and chemical composition in the background sheet. The rest of the calculations will be done by the software. And then we get the table 4 where we have the input requirements and then calculation for the percent requirement. So by using this sheet we can get a better result as compared to the previous one, because this sheet is using some better mathematics equations of Excel, or even the solver package of the Excel, so that can help uh, in managing these 100 parts of the ration and bringing the solution either that provide the solution according to our requirements or not. But again, we can get the answer in the form of yes or no, or high or low. Again, we can't say this is a very good or very good way of doing feed formulation, and we cannot get a very least cost feed formulation by using this sheet. So another choice is by using solver function in the Microsoft Excel. So in the solver function, we can add constraint for having a feasible solution. So look at this uh, sheet, which is a solver Excel sheet. Uh, Here on the right hand side, you can see that there is a data analysis and there is an option of solver. So when we click solver, we get this dialog solver parameters where we can add the objective mean. Here the objective mean, we want to make 100 parts of the ration. Then by changing the variable cell, what should be changed in the sheet, and then we can add constraints which are either related to the feedstuff limitations, or either they are related to the individual nutrient limitations. We can add or change, or we can delete, and by using a simplex LP linear programming option. So this is the solving method, and by pressing the solve, we can get the result output. So when we do this uh, in our next lecture, so you will get a better idea of this solver option. So this is a better option of using this MS Excel, rather than doing simple calculations as in the previous Excel sheet. Because we can add constraint and software follow those constraint, and we get a very feasible solution. The next, the most important one is least cost formulation, because least cost feed formulation is required nowadays, and these least cost feed formulation softwares, they are very sophisticated and they are well designed softwares, and they have a complex packages uh, within the software, and they give us a very least cost formula. It means they're doing thousands of calculations or choosing different combinations. They give us the output in the form of a least cost formula. It means the cheapest formula we have, and the modern softwares, they have different add-ons, like they have modules for inventory control available in the software, and they are integrated with the production system of the feed mill. They have their integration with the accounting system of the at the feed mill. So in this way they are more better, or they are more comfortable as compared to using these simple Excel or solver options. Though they are costly, but by using these softwares, a lot of cost can be saved in terms of feed ingredient cost, and by using this least cost feed formulation, you can save money, and that is definitely more. That saving is more than the cost of the software. What is least cost feed formulation? Least cost feed formulation is combining many feed ingredients in a certain proportion to provide the target animal with a balanced nutritional feed at the least possible cost. Least cost feed formulation is a mathematical solution based on linear programming. So while using least cost feed formulation software, keep in mind the formulation program is only as good as the nutrient and ingredient parameters they are enter into it. It means whatever we are entering into the software, we will get out of that input data. So the output, either it is feasible or not, that depends on whatever we are feeding into the software. So that's why what is required uh, while using these formulation softwares. So definitely the professional knowledge of animal nutritionist is more important, because it can take into consideration the nutrient requirement of the target animal and its ability to digest and assimilate nutrient from various available ingredients, and it can also have an idea about different available feedstuffs, their chemical composition, and against that chemical composition, okay, what is available to the animal. Like if we look for the wheat straw, that contain some amount of protein, like 4% protein, but that protein is not available to the animal. So almost 100% of that protein is unavailable. So software cannot have an idea about that. So we have to be very much careful while using the software and entering the data. So always be careful while using these softwares. So what else we can expect from different type of softwares, because a number of softwares are available in the market, and they can be used in feed formulation. So depending upon your finance, depending upon your requirements, you can go for comparing different softwares. Uh, so all software will do their least cost feed formulation, but you have to keep in mind about the type of programming they are using in their software. So that should match with their with your requirements. Further, you can go for the look and feel of the software, how cool that software is, how good the dashboard of that software is, and nowadays the most important one is the integration of that software with other functionality of the feed mills of your formulation and feed mill requirements or feed mill operation. So if it can get integrated, so you can have a very good working environment, and you can do efficiently, and you can get maximum out of that software. Here is the working of basic formulation functions in a software. So before going to this, I just want to mention that some feed formulation softwares, they are specifically designed for a certain species, and they may provide table of nutrient requirement or model of their growth for that particular species. So uh, if someone is just want to have a specific software or for a specific type of animals like beef animals, so then they can go for that particular type of feedstuffs. But in Pakistan, the issue is we have to go for a software that can do multiple type of that can formulate for multiple type of species, and we can make our own data bank in the software. So a single software can be used for multiple species. So what is the working of that software? So in the software, we have to go for ingredients input, and that input is on the basis of ingredients availability, their price, and then nutritional composition. And then there is the formula specification. So that formula specification first depend on the nutrient requirement of the animal, and then for that particular formula we have to set the nutrient limits. So these nutrient limits are related to the animal nutrient requirements, and then ingredient limits are again related to the type of animal for which we are formulating diet. Like if we are formulating for poultry diet, then we have a number of limitations about type of feedstuffs. Some cannot be used at higher level due to the presence of anti-nutritional factors. So software keeping in view all these constraints of this ingredients and formula specification, they will do calculations and formulate the uh, diet. So that formula results, uh, it should be analyzed and reformulate if necessary. If the results they are satisfactory and the nutritionists feel comfortable with those, then it's okay, or it can be reformulated. Then it can go for if it is integrated with the feed mill, so that can directly put into the uh, to the feed mill panel where that can be processed, and that can result in the production of that compound feed. Quality assurance can also be done. So next, steps in balancing a ration. What are the different steps which are normally used in balancing a ration? The first step is, okay, almost these steps they are more or less similar in different type of feed formulation software. The first one is, okay, enter the name of available feed ingredients and the cost of each. So it means first we have to add up the data related to the feedstuff, their chemical composition, and their cost. And this is second step is enter nutrient value for the feeds. Again, the third step is establish ration specification. Ration specification here mean, okay, what are the nutrient limits, how much energy, protein, or other nutrients they are required by the animal, and then we can also fix ingredient limits depending upon the animal species. We can limit the use of different type of feedstuff in a ration. We can also take care of the palatability, anti-nutritional factor, diet texture. So all these things they must be kept in mind while fixing the ingredient limits. For example, if we add more liquid in a diet, so it cannot be possible to have a very hard palate or to have a quality palate. Then after entering the ration specification, then the next step is submit all of the above information uh, to solving portion of software package. So we just submit this information and we click the solving or formulate tab of the software. So it will do the formulation. So in the next step, we get the output or the formula prepared or designed by the software. Then we have to examine that formula. We have to examine the solution provided by the computer software. This is more important step also, because once it is approved, so that will go to the feed mill or go to the feed manufacturing unit, and feed will be prepared. So if the nutritionist or the quality assurance person is not sure about uh, that formula or having some issue, so that can lead towards very much loss or mess to the company. So always take care of the so next are the basic features of these softwares. The first one is they have available ingredients. So again, that depends on either they are the there is a pre-designed or pre data available in the software, or either we can input our own data. Nutrient composition again varied from country to country and even varied with different varieties of the feed stuff. So that can be managed in the software. And then formula specification that can be set keeping in view the animal nutrient requirement. So what is formulation? Formulation simply is the formula result must be feasible both from a mathematical and a nutritional standpoint. So when we get the formulation, so we should again look at that formulation. So it should be feasible both from mathematical. Mathematical here mean it should have all the 100 points or equal to all the sum of all the feedstuff should be equal to 100, and all the chemical compositions they have been met, and the constraints they have been followed by the software. And nutritional standpoint mean it should meet the animal nutrient requirement, the critical nutrient. They should not be either in excess or in deficient amount. So in case of feasible solution, what should be done? So if infeasible results are obtained, then the ingredient and nutritional composition should be carefully scrutinized to make sure the solution is nutritionally acceptable for the target species. Computer feed formulation programming, what type of programs they are used in feed formulation, particularly the computer language or computer programming. Here it means. So the first one is the linear programming. Simple linear equations are used. Then is the stochastic programming. We will discuss in the coming slides what is stochastic programming. And there are many other alternate mathematical methods that have been used or being used in different type of softwares available in the market. So again, depending on the choice of the uh, formulator, they can go for a particular type of software with a particular type of programming. So that depends on the feed miller or the nutritionist. So most commonly used software, they have either linear programming or they have stochastic programming. So what is linear programming? It is it was developed in 1947 by G.B. Dantkis to solve U.S. Air Force planning problems. In linear programming, a mean value of the analytical value of feedstuffs they are used for the formulation. So it means if we have a feedstuff that have an average value of 10% crude protein, the software will use only that value. But if there is a variation, like we have a feedstuff that have a variation of protein from 9 to 11, then software will not consider that variation. So that's the issue with linear programming. It will only choose the mean value. So when the mean value is being used by the software, so statistically these mean values are associated with only 50% confidence of meeting the requirements in a prepared formula. So it means there are chances that formula cannot meet the requirement of animal. So if we have 100 animal, the chances are there 50% of the animals might not get nutrient according to their requirement. So here is a list of different computer software available in the market. They are based on linear programming. Examples are FeedLive, FeedMU, FeedMU2, Feed Formulation, WinFeed, EcoMix, BestMix, Optimix. So all these are computer software based on linear programming. So here are some of the criticisms of linear programming based Russian formulation softwares. So that criticism is based on the fact that in varying solutions, linear programming is found insufficient to overcome all the complexity of Russian formulation problems, like ingredient variability, meeting nutrient restrictions is only 50% by the linear programming. As I have discussed in the previous slide, they have the probability of 50% meeting the nutrient requirement due to 50% of confidence interval. The second one is uh, price variability. So just to highlight number 1 point, particularly when we are formulating diet for ruminant animals, their diet is made up of forages. A major component of their diet is composed of forages, and forages they are variable in their chemical composition and that vary widely. So if we are using these softwares, so then the chances are there we could not meet the animal requirement as is desired in the software. So the second one is price variability. The primary problem in this case is minimization of cost. So because the software is always taking care of the cost and try to minimize the cost. But change in the cost of formulated feed with the change in ingredient cost, which we say is the shadow price of a nutrient constraint, is considered zero. So in reality, price of feed ingredients are not constant. And the next point is nutrient imbalances in the final solution. If only the minimum level of nutrient requirements are placed, there is a probability of nutrients imbalances in the final solution. Balanced nutrients and variability are related. So when the variation is small, the quantity of balanced nutrient will improve. And the next one is the infeasible solution. In linear programming, no constraint violation is allowed. So this over rigidity of nutritional specification and requirement will normally lead to infeasible solution. So some relaxation of the constraint imposed would not seriously affect the animal physical and economic performance. Similarly, a small increase of minimum ration cost may achieve a mixture of ingredients capable of yielding a superior performance that could compensate the extra expenditure on the feed in the long run. And the next one is it take only linear constraints. So linear programming can only tackle linear constraints. So there are non-linear constraints exist in the field mixing problems that are not taken care of by these softwares. So then how we can meet nutrient requirements by using these computer softwares. So either we can go for the application of safety margin in linear formulation. So we can formulate diet at 5 to 10% higher than the requirement, which we have already discussed in some other video. Okay, we can go for safety margin. But again, that's not a satisfactory solution because uh, the from quality control and economic point of view, uh, this could not be a good solution. The second, we can go for stochastic programming. So, what is stochastic feed formulation? The word stochastic is a Greek word meaning skillful at aiming. In modern terms, stochastic has become a statistical word referring to variables that are random or uncertain. So it's a widely recommended type of programming for field formulation softwares. Here you look at the comparison between linear programming and stochastic field formulation mathematical models. So in stochastic field formulation, we can adjust the probability for a particular type of nutrient either up to or to fall below, and then we have the probability value of meeting that nutrient. So that gives a better solution as compared to the linear programming. So, so here is the formulation analysis tool. The first one is the marginal price changes. The marginal price changes is for those ingredients that are not included in the formula solution. The least cost formulation software indicates how much the cost of these ingredients will have to fall before they can be included in the formula. So simply it will give an idea the price should be, if price of that ingredient should be less up to that level, then they can be added in the formula. So this cost change is called the marginal price change of the ingredient. Next is the shadow price. Shadow price is calculated by subtracting the marginal cost change from the current ingredient cost. It represents the cost of the ingredient at which the ingredient can be included in the formula. Ingredients that are included in the formula results have a shadow price of 0. So in case of nutrient, the change in formula cost with a change in the nutrient constraint is called the shadow price of the nutrient. The shadow price of a nutrient is 0 if the level of nutrient use is not equal to the constraint level. So we have a shadow price for both for the ingredient and for the nutrient. So this shadow price indicates that how much a formula price could potentially be reduced if a particular limit is relaxed up to 1 unit. So it can be easy for understanding through this example. Like the minimum limit for protein is set at 23% in a formula. The formula price with this 23% protein is 120 rupees. The shadow price of minimum limit of protein is 10. So it means if minimum limit of protein is set at 22, 1 unit decrease from 23, then if the problem is solved again, the formula price will be reduced to 110 rupees. So, so from this shadow price, we can calculate if we change a 1 unit of this protein, the formula cost will be 10 rupees less than the formula cost when protein is 23%. So we can have another example for this. So if we consider a situation where maximum limit of inclusion of uh, feedstuff is set at 40%. For example, if we set inclusion level of corn at 40%, so when the problem is solved, the formula price come as 80 rupees and the shadow price of maximum limit of corn appear as 1.75. It shows that if maximum limit of inclusion of corn is set at 41% and the problem is solved again, then the formula price will be reduced to 78.125 rupees, 1.75 rupees less than the first formulated cost. So here is one important thing to be considered, that the shadow price only indicates potential reduction in the formula price. However, this reduction will only happen if the relaxed unit is actually utilized. For example, in the uh, situation of this corn, the formula price will be reduced to 78.25. So if 41% corn is used in the formula, so if for some reason corn is still being used at only 40%, then the formula price will not be reduced. So the next is the parametric price changes. To observe the impact of changing ingredient price in the formula solution. So this allows the user to determine how much of an ingredient would be used if the ingredients were available at different prices. So to accomplish this task, the user can change the ingredient price and resolve as many times as necessary. Some feed formulation software allows the generation of summary graph called price map, which are the result of plotting the formula cost at different ingredient prices. So there are some advanced features which are available in feed formulation softwares. The number one is nutrient factoring. Nutrient factoring means we can fix a ratio of different nutrients, like we can fix the ratio of calcium phosphorus to calcium 1 phosphorus. Then always the software will formulate diet having calcium 2 and phosphorus in one ratio. Similarly, the amino acid can be ratioed with the protein content of the diet. So this is the ability to specify that several nutrients must exist in the resulting formula in relation to one another. So this can be helpful in some cases, like where we are formulating a low protein diet but having a ideal amino acid profile. The next one is the optimum density, to formulate with specific proportions among nutrients by relaxing the weight constraint of the formula. So based on the theory that animals will consume feed to maintain a constant energy intake regardless of the energy level of the diet. Like in case of poultry bird, they eat to satisfy their energy. So they will eat until their energy requirements are fulfilled. Here's the third, that is multi-blending. When limited amount of some ingredients are available, software allows more than one formula to be solved at once, taking into consideration the ingredients that are available in limited quantity. The software then optimizes the allocation of the scarce ingredient to different formulas in order to achieve total least cost solution. This is an important factor when we have a limited number of ingredients or the supply is short. So such multi-branding feature can be of very useful. So at the end, advantages of using a computer method or computer feed formulation. So a number of uh, animal nutrient requirement and complex situations, they can be considered, and computer capabilities can be advantages because the mathematician or human cannot do in a short time as computer can do. It gives the most profitable rational formula, particularly when we are using least cost feed formulation softwares. The marginal change and shadow prices provided by the computer program are useful as a buying guide when purchasing feed for future rations. So we can check at what price we should go for purchasing the feed stuff. Then definitely there are certain limitations of computer feed formulation. The most important one is the computer rations. They can formulate in a very quick way, but there is no easy way to assess the palatability. It will do only calculations, but palatability is in the hand of the formulator. So the expertise of the formulator, they are required. So the computer is incapable of correcting human error. So this is true for every computer software. If there is some human error, so that cannot be resolved, and it cannot correct that error. So always be careful. Look at the output provided by the computer before going into practical formulation or feed manufacturing. So finally, here are some software examples which are available in the market, uh, and again at your own ease, at your own requirement basis, you can purchase whatever you require. So thank you